the pole. Jimmy Johnson never was lower than fourth in this race, led the most laps he's ever led in a race. 346. His fourth win in his last 10 races. He kept Clint Boyer from victory lane, and our Matt Yoakum is with Clint Boyer.
Almost a carbon copy to last year. Chris, when you think about that final restart, same top three guys as last year, describe at that point, because you were stuck on the outside, did you think you had any chance still?
Well, last year I had the upper hand with tires, and it just didn't work out. That time I was on the outside, and definitely was the opposite of that. But just proud of RK, Motors, Toyota. The guys did a good job. Brian Patty, everybody on this 115 car did a good job bringing a fast car. It's just disappointing. I think she was just tore up too bad. We was lucky to get back up where we were and made some good adjustments. But all in all, it was a good day. Like 5-hour peak, AAA. Everybody that's a part of this car is just it's a good program, good group of guys. Just wish I'd have had that car.
Thank you, Steve.
Matt, with Danica Patrick, hey, great finish, 12th place run, pretty eventful end of the race. Tell us about that.
Yeah, well, never being to Martinsville before, I didn't know what to expect, and all I knew is it was going to be a little bit crazy, and the bumping and banging sure gets going, and I tried to guard the inside right there at the end, and Vickers gave me a bump, and I get it. I mean, I was trying to defend and hold my position, so we still came away with a 12th place finish, so it was good to do that for GoDaddy. Obviously, Hendrick was very strong today. I felt like I made a lot of passes, so yeah, I wonder if I made the most. I feel like I just passed all day, but I'm sure a lot of people do that at a short track. So nice day for us. It was nice to have a good weekend. We've had quite a few bad ones since Daytona, so we'll take this and get rolling into the summer, because we don't have a break until July.
See you in Texas. Nicely done. Matt?
Steve, impressive day for Jeff Gordon. I lost count how many changes your team made to that car, but then at the end, describe that final restart.
Well, we just didn't need those cautions there at the end. I made a mistake on pit road, got us way behind, but what an incredible effort from this Drive to Hunger Chevrolet team. They had good pit stops, and then they also made great adjustments out on the guys. And we were real tight there at the middle part of the race, and then, boy, that thing just took off. And on the long run, I felt like we had the best car. But, those cautions are going to come out there. We tried to free it up. We just didn't quite free it up enough. So I was just trying to get the front end to cut. And I knew that we just didn't quite have it. We just needed more laps there at the end. Congratulations to Jimmy, though. Yes, he's so impressive here. But the thing that impressed me the most is those darn poles. I mean, where did that come from? He used to at least give us a shot when he qualified like 15th. So when those guys get that #1 pit stall, they're almost impossible to beat. And it was a lot of fun. We needed that third place finish. So very proud of this team. Don't forget to text HUNGER to 50555.
Impressive top three today here at Martinsville. Chris?
All right, thank you, Matt. So, Jimmy Johnson, 5-time the dominator today for Hendrick Motorsports. 8th Hook Race Show. Jimmy Johnson bagged 500 at Martinsville. In his last 14 races here, he has won 7 times. Johnson with his second win this season, so the first repeat winner. Jeff Gordon, his first top 5 finish of the season, finishing 3rd. Brad Keselowski had to battle to finish 6th.
Yeah, pit road penalty put him in the back, but he charged up into the top 10. See, Marcus Ambrose started up front, ran really well all day long.
And Danica Patrick, we heard from her finishing 12th, more with Kevin Harvick and what happened late and even after the race. Matt Kenseth, who led with Joe Gibbs Racing, dominated through a portion. Dale Earnhardt Jr. out of the top 10 for the first time this year.
Yeah, that car did not handle the way Dale Jr. needed it to all day long. He was hit and spun and just had a tough day.
And Schrader got into it with Danica Patrick early, which brought out the first caution, but Danica made up some ground. Kurt Busch saw the car catch fire. The incident I was talking about, Michael, explain with what's going on here with Brian Vickers and Kevin Harvick.
Well, they're racing for the 11th spot. Harvick got 13th. Danica's on the outside. And evidently, Harvick did not like the way that Vickers raced Danica. So when they got to the checker flag and passed it, he just spun him out to show him that he didn't
afterwards,
that.
even after that.
Yeah. Well, that's part of it. Short track racing. We talked about emotion. We talked about blocking and bumping.
They were so well behaved all afternoon. Tony Stewart, Joey Logano. So now we have checking the points after 6 races of the 2013 season. Our 4th different change at the top. And Jimmy Johnson comes back up to lead Brad Keselowski and Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah, if you look at Paul Menard down there, he has done an amazing job of hanging in that top 10. Kenseth had the crash at Bristol, but now it's still inside the top 10. So a lot of people are starting to think about the chase, getting us some points. and making themselves an opportunity to make the case.
Denny Hamlin, 18th at 11 cars. We were talking about with Mark Martin in that ride. Denny hopes to make it back in Richmond. Let's check in with Matt Yoder.
Another one of those exciting finishes at Martinsville, and a lot of debate at one point, Kyle, under that last caution, whether to pit for tires or not. Still think you made the right call?
Yeah, I don't know where anybody that came finished, you know, but we just getting stuck on the outside lane on restarts just kills you. But you know, we fought hard up there and tried to do what we could, and you know, we just had to fade gracefully, I guess you'd call it. But you know, M&M's guys did a great job today and gave me a really good car. And you know, we keep finishing top 5 here all the time, but it'd sure be nice to figure out some sort of secret that can get us into victory lane here. It'd be nice to bring home a grandfather clock, but not this week.
Thanks, Sean.
Yep.
56 laps, and Jimmy has his 8. Jimmy says he has all 7 of the previous grandfather clocks, and they chime at different times, just reminding him of how good he is here. The clock on the wall almost says that's all for us. We have more from Martinsville in just a moment. We're glad you're watching the Sprint Post-Race Show, NASCAR on Fox from Martinsville, Virginia, where the 7th race of the season, next Saturday night in Texas. Michael, Greg Biffle dominated the race last year. Jeff Gordon's the former winner there.
We're going to talk about something next Saturday night that we haven't seen before with this new car, and that's speed. Speed right down in the center of the corner, Chris, is going to be greater at Texas than we've seen all year long.
Tonight on Fox, stay tuned for Animation Domination, The Simpsons, Family Guy, and The Cleveland Show. And Saturday we have baseball during the day. The early start time, 12:30 Eastern, Braves and Nationals. Nationals one of the favorites to one of the World Series. And then prime time under the lights in Texas. We just mentioned 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific from the Texas Motor Speedway. For continuing race coverage from Martinsville, tune in to Victory Lane on Speed. You know, it wasn't moments after Brad Keselowski won the NASCAR Sprint Cup Championship last year that Jimmy Johnson was installed in Las Vegas. There's his crew chief with his owner as the favorite to win it all. And for Rick Hendrick's special coming to Martinsville, his son Ricky, who died in a plane crash here back in 2004, would have celebrated his birthday on Tuesday. Jimmy Johnson pulling into Victory Lane for Hendrick Motorsports.